So, hey, you guys, about a week ago, I appeared on CBS Las Vegas. I appear on TV in Las Vegas so much on CBS that people actually think that I live there. My sister was at a party and someone was talking about their dog, and she said, "Oh, my sister's in the pet biz," and she said, "Oh, yeah, she does a lot of TV and stuff and radio, has a radio show." And the gal said, "Oh, really? Yeah." She's, "Yeah, my sister does CBS Vegas." And she goes, "I know her, Charlotte Reed. Yeah, I never see her at any of the local Vegas things. Like, what's up with that?" My sister said that's because she doesn't live in Vegas. I just love my friends, the production team at CBS Las Vegas. I'm always thankful that they have me on. So anyway, for Sweeps Week, I helped them create some content. I created some content for them. Last week, Dr. Fleck and I talked about let sleeping dogs lie and, genetic and all these crazy things about dogs going to sleep, how they sleep 14 to 6 hours a day. I also created this like pet proofing 101 segment for them. And, I think it's important to pet proof a house with the same vengeance that parents use to baby proof our homes. I think as pet parents, we recognize that every home comes or contains a variety of items and substances that can be really dangerous if or even fatal if ingested by your pets. So I want to help you guys protect your pet's health by highlighting some of the, I guess you could say, the common health hazards found in a few rooms in your home as well as within your outdoor space. Okay, so really, people always want to know, why do you need to pet proof your home? And I always tell them, pet proofing your home can protect your pets, obviously, and save you, here's the key, save you thousands of dollars in veterinary medical costs. So that is like the biggest reason, two reasons to pet proof your home, to save your pet's life and to save you thousands of money on veterinary costs. Okay, so now no one ever believes this when I tell them. People always want to know, what is the most common item in a home that is chewed up by dogs and one that is chewed up by cats? And I always say one of the most common items that dogs chew, believe it or not, is the remote control. So, think about it. The remote control is always palmed by so many members of the family. It's easily reached off of a coffee table or a side table, and pets chew it because it has the familiar smell of family members. It's always in your hands. You're twisting it and turning it. And that chewed plastic and batteries can cause unbelievable amounts in veterinary dollars and cents. So you want to keep the remotes up high, far away from pets. Now, cats will chew and sniff plants. So due to the fact that they can easily climb up on tables, and jump, they don't necessarily have to use chairs. We need to keep plants out of their reach. So I always tell this to everyone, before buying any indoor or outdoor plants or even holiday plants and flowers, check your ASPA, check with the ASPCA toxic and non-toxic plant list. And you can very easily find that at aspca.org. Okay. Another problem I want to touch base on is pets ingesting medication. It's really gotten to be a increasing problem for pet owners. Okay, so a lot of times, because we take medication at night, it's the last thing we might do before we go to bed, is that we leave our medication on the nightstand. And pets who lounge in the bed or sleep in the bed with us always have easy access. So so that's the first thing. And then they knock it over, or you knock it over, and then the pills are on the floor. You don't pick them all up. So that's where I'm going with this. Okay, so another rule of thumb is you never want to store your people medication with your pet medication, because a lot of times vets and doctors will use that same color amber kind of lager color container. Now my vet uses a blue container. And he uses a white top, the child-proof top, but it's got animals on it. So a lot of times people store pets and people medication together, and then they give the pet the people medication, and then the people take the pet medication, and then they're freaking out. So you want to keep human meds and pet meds stored separately. Okay, so, the other place, and the other thing I always suggest is that pet owners really need to examine every room of the house, including their garage and yard, and look for potential pet hazards. You know how it is. Pets are super curious. They're curious creatures, and believe it or not, if they can open refrigerators, they can open garbage cans and chew and ingest things like socks and underwear that are always left on the floor, especially with kids. So you want to make sure your pet has plenty of exercise. He has appropriate toys, appropriate also chew toys, and activities to keep them fulfilled. I mean, you want to consider when you go out, consider closing doors to the bedrooms, the bathroom, because they like to drink the water, and that a lot of people have that blue water in their toilets. You want to have a garbage can with the lock, or do what I do: put the garbage cans. I have 2 garbage cans, one for recycle and one for garbage, up on a counter. You can install child-proof locks on cabinets where you keep cleaning supplies, or especially in the garage. Definitely pick up clothes, socks, underwear on the floor, because they smell like you, once again, and those can be expensive for surgery if they're ingested. And additionally, here's the thing, because we're getting ready to go back to school, you want to talk to your kids about not giving Fido crayons, about picking up all his crafting material, arts and crafts projects, because pets are accessible to those, because the kids are sitting at low tables and coloring and crafting. So for more information about the segment, you want to check out our social media channels, check out the Pet Buzz website where there's a blog post about what I wrote, and then you can watch me in action on CBS Las Vegas.